The Penguin just waddled its way to a 94% Rotten Tomatoes score, leaving every other DCEU project in the dust. But what makes this mobster story stand out in a sea of superhero shows? Well, it's not your typical cape and tights affair. Instead, the Penguin mixes superhero lore with gritty crime drama, creating a character-driven narrative that's more Goodfellas than Justice League. Set in the aftermath of Carmine Falcone's assassination, the show drops us right into the middle of Gotham's criminal underworld. There's a power vacuum, and Oswald Cobblepot aims to fill it. But rising to the top of Gotham's seedy underbelly isn't going to be a walk in the park. The stakes are high, and the competition is fierce. Can the Penguin outsmart, outmaneuver, and outwaddle his rivals to become the city's new crime lord? That's the question that'll keep you coming back for more. While Oswald plots his rise to power, the real magic happens behind the scenes. Colin Farrell undergoes a daily metamorphosis to become the Penguin. Every day, the actor disappears under layers of prosthetics and makeup, emerging as the Penguin we see on screen. It's not just a surface-level change. Farrell adopts a distinct New Jersey accent and a signature waddle, thanks to his character's deformed foot. The result? A portrayal so convincing that one critic noted, quote, "Very rarely did I think about Farrell when watching this show. I just saw Oz." But Farrell's Penguin isn't just about the external changes. He brings a complexity to Oswald Cobblepot that's drawing comparisons to iconic mobster characters like Tony Soprano. Farrell balances charm, menace, and vulnerability in a way that makes the Penguin both intimidating and oddly relatable. It's this depth that's earning the show praise for transcending typical superhero tropes. One of the most intriguing aspects of Farrell's portrayal is how he mixes humor with danger. The Penguin can be funny one moment and terrifying the next, keeping viewers on their toes. This balance allows Farrell to showcase a range of emotions, from the comedic to the tragic, giving us glimpses of the humanity within a character often viewed as a straightforward villain. Critics are taking note of Farrell's nuanced performance. One review states, quote, "Farrell creates a living, breathing, convincing portrait of a criminal sociopath on the rise." It's this ability to bring such depth to the character that's contributing to the show's critical acclaim and broad appeal. Interestingly, Farrell's Penguin isn't just a one-dimensional bad guy. The show portrays him as a, quote, "budding mentor" who tries to help his community, adding layers to his otherwise ruthless demeanor. This complexity allows viewers to see beyond the typical villain stereotype, creating a character that's more than just an obstacle for a hero to overcome. The Penguin's success lies in its focus on character-driven storytelling, with Farrell's performance being a significant factor. By delving deep into Oswald Cobblepot's psyche and motivations, the show offers a fresh take on the Batman universe that appeals to both die-hard comic fans and newcomers alike. However, if you thought Penguin was the most intriguing character in Gotham, think again. Enter Kristen Milioti as Sophia Falcone, a character who's about to shake up Gotham's criminal landscape. Fresh out of Arkham Asylum, Sophia brings a complex backstory and a burning desire for power to the series. She's not just another run-of-the-mill antagonist. Sophia's character is described as both fascinating and terrifying, a combination that promises to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Sophia's character arc is a roller coaster of ambition and instability. Her time in Arkham has clearly left its mark, shaping her into a woman that's as unpredictable as she is driven. But don't mistake her instability for weakness. Sophia is a force to be reckoned with, a product of her environment who's more than ready to play the game of power in Gotham's criminal underworld. What's particularly interesting about Sophia is how she mirrors and contrasts with Penguin. Both characters are driven by an insatiable hunger for power, but their methods and motivations differ in fascinating ways. While Penguin's rise to power is calculated and deliberate, Sophia's approach is more volatile, influenced by her troubled past and her time in Arkham. Milioti's portrayal of Sophia is nothing short of captivating. She brings a nuanced performance that adds depth to the character, showcasing Sophia's evolution from a seemingly demure figure to a fully fledged villain. It's the small details that really sell it, from Sophia eating with her hands to gradually changing wardrobe as she embraces her villainous side. These subtle touches make Sophia feel like a living, breathing character rather than a caricature of a villain. But Sophia isn't just there to look menacing. Her backstory as the Hangman, a former killer, adds layers to her character and makes her a significant threat to Penguin's ambitions. This isn't just a battle of wills, it's a clash between two formidable opponents with dark past and darker intentions. The dynamic between Penguin and Sophia is at the heart of the show's exploration of Gotham's criminal underworld. Their rivalry goes beyond a simple power struggle, delving into the psychological aspects of both characters. We see their vulnerabilities, their fears, and the lengths they're willing to go to secure their positions of power. It's this depth that elevates the Penguin beyond a simple mobster story, creating a nuanced and engaging narrative. Sophia's character also serves as a mirror to Gotham itself. Like the city, she's complex, dangerous, and full of hidden depths. Her presence in the show allows for a deeper exploration of the city's criminal ecosystem, showcasing the various factions and power players that make Gotham such a fascinating setting. Critics have taken note of Melodi's performance, praising her portrayal as Sophia as charismatic and complex. She's described as a worthy adversary for Penguin, bringing a level of intensity to the screen that matches and sometimes even surpasses Colin Farrell's transformative performance. The introduction of Sophia Falcone to the series does more than just give Penguin a new enemy to outwit. It expands the show's scope, allowing for a more comprehensive exploration of Gotham's criminal landscape. Through Sophia, we get to see different aspects of the city's underworld, from the legacy of the Falcone crime family to the inner workings of Arkham Asylum. While Sophia brings her own brand of chaos to Gotham, the city itself might be the most compelling character in The Penguin. The Penguin reimagines Gotham City by shifting the focus away from caped crusaders and onto the criminal underworld. This isn't the glossy, action-packed Gotham we're used to seeing. Instead, we're treated to a city in chaos, still reeling from Carmine Falcone's assassination and the flood caused by the Riddler's schemes. It's a perfect setting for Oswald Cobblepot's rise to power, and the show doesn't shy away from showcasing the city's grittier side. What's really interesting is how the Penguin balances its comic book roots with a more grounded crime drama approach. Think less Batman and more The Godfather. The series dives deep into the power dynamics of Gotham's criminal factions, exploring themes of corruption and ambition that mirror real-world power struggles. It's a fresh take on the Batman universe that might surprise longtime fans and newcomers alike. By sidelining Batman, the Penguin gives us a unique opportunity to explore Gotham's criminal ecosystem in detail. We get to see how the city functions, or dysfunctions, without its caped protector. And it's not a pretty picture. The show paints a vivid portrait of a city where law and order have taken a back seat to mob rule and backroom deals. It's a world where everyone's got an angle, and trust is a luxury few can afford. Colin Farrell's portrayal of Oswald Cobblepot is central to this new vision of Gotham. His Penguin is a complex character, both cunning and vulnerable, perfectly suited to navigate the treacherous waters of the city's underworld. Farrell brings a depth to the role that goes beyond the typical comic book villain, showing us a man driven by ambition, but also shaped by the harsh realities of life in Gotham. This mature storytelling is captivating and something the DCEU was missing. The show's grittier atmosphere is more than just window dressing. It's an integral part of the story, reflecting the moral ambiguity and constant danger that defines life in this version of Gotham. The city itself becomes a character, with its rain-slicked streets and shadowy corners playing host to scheming mobsters and corrupt officials. It's a far cry from the stylized Gothic architecture we often associate with Batman's stomping grounds, and all the more interesting for it. What's particularly clever about The Penguin is how it uses its crime drama framework to explore larger themes. The show tackles issue of power, loyalty, and the corrupting influence of ambition in ways that feel relevant to our world today, even as they play out in a fictional city populated by comic book characters. It's this grounding in relatable human drama that elevates the series beyond typical superhero fare. By focusing on the criminal underworld, The Penguin offers a new perspective on familiar DC lore. We get to see how the various factions within Gotham operate, from street-level thugs to high-level crime bosses. This approach allows for a more nuanced exploration of the city's power structures and the individuals who shape them. The Penguin is shaking up the superhero TV landscape, and it's not just because of Colin Farrell's Waddle. This show is redefining what we expect from comic book adaptations. It's not about flashy costumes or epic battles. It's a character-driven story that dives deep into Gotham's criminal underworld. What sets The Penguin apart is its focus on nuanced storytelling and strong performances. It's more The Sopranos than Justice League, and that's a good thing. The series is laying the groundwork for future Batman projects, expanding the universe in unexpected ways. But here's the real kicker. The Penguin isn't just a great superhero show. It's a great show, period. It's proving that superhero-adjacent stories can stand toe-to-toe with prestige TV dramas, and I'm all here for it. If you're a Batman fan, don't forget to like and subscribe for more character reviews.